We're live. How's that looking? Two people in already. 3 people in. Woo. Morning, everybody. Morning. Hope you're all feeling all right. Before we start, Lloydie just wants to say hello. Hey, Lloydie. Hey, Lloydie. Okay. All right. Hopefully we're all good to go. Everyone can hear me okay. So, yep, cool. Morning, Mum. Morning, Dad. All right, we'll start. So, just going to start with shoulder shrugs. So just raising your shoulders up and down, up to the ears, and let them hang down to your sides. Now put in a bit of a shoulder roll. So now take it in circles, rolling around. Nice big circles. Really feel yourself squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back, rolling the shoulders round at the front. Okay, good. Now we're just going to loosen up the neck. So we just want you to turn and look to your left, and then turn and look to your right. And then keep turning. As you're doing this, standing up nice and straight, pulling the shoulders back. Now we're just going to input it into a roll. So now you're going to roll the neck down so that you end up looking to the left. And then roll the neck down so you end up looking to the right. Squeezing your shoulder blades together behind your back. Okay, now into our first neck stretch. So now just taking the ear towards the shoulder. Allow your hands to just drop towards the floor. Feel like someone's holding your hands and is trying to pull them down towards the floor, just to lengthen the stretch a bit. Come up to the middle and then take it to the other side. Lloyd has just completely overturned his whole toy box of tennis balls. So just out of shot, the floor is now covered in about 40 tennis balls. And it looks like he's going to go through every single one of them. Okay, good. Give your shoulders a little bit of a shake. Okay, now we're just going to go into our arm circles. We're going to do 5 on one side and 5 on the other. 3, 4, 5, and the other one. It's a very nice tennis ball, Lloyd. Yes, well done. That one's very nice as well. Yes, you're going to show me every single one of them, are you? That's lucky me, eh? Once you've done 5 on each side, then 5 on the other. 5 both together. Really feel like you're stretching your arms up to the ceiling and extending them round. Good. Now extend your arms up above your head. Hold them there. And we're just going to do a bit of a side bend. So as you hold them there, your legs and your hips stay facing forwards, and you're just bending from the hip upwards to feel a nice stretch down the side of your body. And then back up to center, and then to the other side. To the other side again. And remember, you're just going side to side. We're not leaning forwards or backwards here. Your legs are straight. Hips are straight as well. Good. Bring the arms back round. And now you're just going to pull the shoulder blades in together. So as you're standing here, just feel like you're drawing your shoulder blades in together behind you. Just really feel a squeeze in your back, opening up the chest. Keep doing that. Good. Squeezing your shoulder blades. Okay, and now into a shoulder stretch. So arm comes across the body. Pull it into you. Should feel a nice stretch across your shoulder here. Remember, if you do want to take it a little bit further, just pop your arm over your shoulder, push it down your back a little bit. And then onto the other arm, arm across the body, pull it in towards you with the other hand. And again, just put the hand behind the back. Kind of means that your arm now is pretty much just under your chin as you lengthen that stretch. Good. And then just shake the arms off a little bit. What you're going to do now is just clasp your hands behind your back and straighten your arms. You should feel a nice pull across the chest and the shoulders. If you can't quite hold your hands behind your back, that's where you want to grab your towel, little hand towel or a tea towel, t-shirt, whatever you got to hand. And just feeling a nice stretch across the top of your chest and the shoulders. Good. Shaking it off. Now bringing the hands round in front. Clasp your hands together. You should have bent elbows. And you're just feeling like you're going to try and pull your hands apart. Although you actually don't. They stay clasped together in front of you. And you should feel it stretch out your shoulder blades all across your neck, on the back of your neck. Good. And then give them a shake off again. Loosen off your shoulders. Okay. Now we're just going to go into our torso turn. So you're standing with your hands as they were before, and now you're just turning round as much as you can to the left, and then bring it round and turn to the right. Keeping your feet facing forwards towards the camera or the video. And each time you twist, you should just feel either a little bit looser, or like you can just twist that little bit further around. Keep breathing throughout. And allow your eyes to follow your hands as they go round. Good. Okay, relax the arms down. Now just relax your hands down at your side. And we're just going to do some side bends. So you're just going to slide your hand down your leg. Feeling a nice stretch down the side. And then sliding down the other way. And again, back to the other side. And again, each time that you're going from side to side, you should feel like you can just maybe either take your hand a little bit closer towards your knee, or that it just feels a little bit easier. Okay, good. One more each side. Okay, good. Now with your hands on your hips, we're just going to go into our hip circles. So you're just trying to push your hips forwards and then sticking your bum out at the back. As you do this, keep your back straight as well. Your legs are connected to your hips on what we call a ball and socket joint. So if you imagine, if my hand is your hip bone, your hips come up and they can turn like this. It's like a ball and into a socket joint. So as you're doing this, you should literally just feel like you are rotating on that ball and socket joint just to really open it up. You might feel some clicks and creaks, that's fine, so long as it's not painful. And then going the other way around as well. So your feet stay planted in the same place, your legs stay straight, so does your back. Stick the bum out and push the hips forward. Good. Now before we go down to the floor, we're just going to make sure our bodies are fully warm. So just in continuing with loosen up the back, you're going to stand one foot in front of the other, and you're just going to bring the arms across in a cross punch movement. You notice that my back foot comes up onto the toe, which basically just accentuates my hip movement. So that's all I'm doing, is just pretty much twisting at my hips. But with punching the arms as well, it really means that we're getting the blood flowing around the body. And then change. So you change your stance. The other foot now is pointing forwards. Just loosening up that other hip. Still working our upper back as well. I've literally just felt a click in my upper shoulder blade as I brought that hand forward. That's just loosened that off for me a bit. Remember, back leg just comes up onto tiptoes, just to really bring your hips round. Good. And now into 30 seconds of our marching. So marching up and down. The key thing with this is always try and bring your leg out at a 90-degree angle. So we don't really want small little steps. We want to really raise up your thigh, your quad muscle, just to continue opening out our lower back and our hips. You can take a couple of steps forward, a couple of steps back as well if you want as you do this. Okay, good. And we're now going to go into our roll downs. Okay, so this is where we're standing up nice, tall and straight. Legs stay straight, and we literally just try and roll our back down towards the floor. So chin tucks into chest, shoulders roll forwards, keeping your legs straight, Just curl your spine over. Feel a nice stretch in your back. Let your hands just hang loose, heavy in front of you. And only hang to the point where you can keep your legs straight. If you're feeling the need to bend your knees, just come up a little bit. You might have gone too far down. When you're ready to come back up, squeeze the bum cheeks together to help support. Tucking the stomach in as you slowly curl up. The shoulders roll back and the head's up. And we inhale, and on the exhale, we take our chin to our chest. Roll the shoulders forwards. Keeping the tummy tucked in. Legs straight, feet flat on the floor. Just try and curl down a little bit further now. The further you go down, you might find that the stretch transfers from your back into your hamstrings, which is at the big muscle at the top of your leg on the back. Keep your shoulders loose and your arms heavy. And then when you're ready to come up, and squeezing the bum cheeks to help support you, keeping the legs straight. Slowly curling all the way up. Good. And then go down and sit on the floor. Move all the tennis balls out of the way. Okay. So sitting with your legs fairly wide apart, or certainly as wide as you feel comfortable with. We're just working our groins here. So what we're going to do is hands are on the floor, and you just walk your hands outwards, away from you. Make sure again you're keeping your legs straight. Knees should be flat on the floor, heels are flat on the floor, toes are pointing up. And if at any point you feel like you need to start bending your knees, you might have tried to reach too far forwards. Or just bring your legs a little bit closer in together. So remember, these stretches is all about your own range of movement, what you can do yourself. It should never be painful. Should just feel a slight stretch in the groin, the inside of your legs. Once you can feel that, just allow yourself to just breathe deeply and relax into the stretch. Then just slowly walking your hands back. And we're going to go down each leg. So hands onto one of your thighs and slowly walking your hands towards your toes. Doesn't matter how far you go, just as long as you're feeling the stretch. Slowly walking back up and down to the other side. Nice deep breathing. When you inhale through the nose, as you exhale through the mouth, you might be able to just relax into the stretch just a little bit more for the final couple of seconds. And then just coming back up again. Now just giving the legs a bit of a shake off as you bring them in together. And now we're just going to do the hamstrings. We're going to do it with feet together. So legs out straight in front of you, keeping the feet and the knees together. Now just allow yourself to again Walk your hands towards your toes. Remember, don't suspend your hands in the air. Relax your shoulders and just let them hang on your legs. If you can reach your toes, brilliant. Pull your toes towards you. And when you get to your furthest point, just breathe deeply. Do not bounce. Just hold the stretch. It might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it definitely shouldn't feel painful. And if it does, just relax off a little bit, sit back up slightly. This is a really good stretch on the hamstrings for lower back pain. Good. Now, as you sit there, just give your toes, your feet a little flex and extend. So just point your toes forward like a ballerina and then pull them back, pull your toes back towards you. And just flexing and extending those toes, which is just giving us a bit of movement in our calf muscle, which is the lower muscle on the back of the leg. Good. Then just give them a bit of a shake off. Now with your feet bent, with your legs bent and your feet flat on the floor, you're just going to allow yourself to roll down. So you're now in a position where your feet are flat on the floor, your legs are bent, and your back is flat on the floor as well, so is your head. Have your arms out to the side and keeping your knees together, just allow them to go towards the floor and feel a nice stretch all the way down the side of your body. Rolling your head in the opposite direction. So if your legs are bent towards the left side, take your head towards the right, vice versa. And then roll your hips so your knees are now again pointing up to the ceiling, and then continue to roll them down to the other side. Just enjoy that stretch all the way down your back. And now just making it a bit more of a fluid movement, just rolling them from side to side. Turning the head, let the head roll as well. Remember, your shoulders and your head are supported by the floor, so everything in your upper body can be relaxed. Okay, good. Now as you're there, you're just going to extend your legs out and you're going to roll either onto your side or onto your front, and we're going to do a quad stretch. So you need to get hold of the foot and bring it up towards the bum. You might need to grab a towel and loop it around your foot to help you pull it in towards the bum. Or if you're wearing trousers, grab your trouser leg. Try and keep your knees together and push your hips forwards. You should be feeling the stretch down the front of your thigh. Again, nice deep breaths as you do it. If you can, try and pull it in a bit closer to your bum for the final few seconds. And then if you're not already, lie on your front And we're just going to come up onto our elbows just to stretch the tummy. If you want to take this stretch on a little bit further, then just extend your arms. You can even walk the hands in a little bit. We're just feeling a stretch all the way down the front of the tummy. Relax your shoulders down. And then slowly bring yourself back to the floor. And then we're going to stretch the other quad muscles. So either as you're lying on the floor, bring your foot up. Personally, I prefer this stretch when I'm lying on my side. Remember, try and keep your knees together and push your hips forwards. Then rolling back onto your tummy and bringing yourself up. And if you can, come all the way back so you end up sitting on your legs. So your legs are bent, you're sitting on your legs, arms out, stretched in front. Tuck your head in. And then coming up onto all fours for our cat stretch. So now just round off the shoulders, push your shoulders up towards the ceiling, tuck your head in, and then let it sink down. So sticking the bum up, tummy drops to the floor, head comes up a bit, and then reversing it. So you're pushing your shoulders up to the ceiling, arching your back up, tucking the stomach in, letting the head drop down, and then reverse it again. Good. Couple more times. Good. And now we're just going to allow one arm to come up towards the ceiling and turn to look at it as well. You should feel a nice stretch all the way across your back and your torso, your chest. And then as you bring it down, go in between the knee and the hand and just allow your head and your neck and your shoulders to relax on the floor. Bum still sticking out. And just relax into the floor. Back onto all fours, and then same again with the other arm. So you turn to have your hand reaching up towards the ceiling. You turn to look at it, opening out the chest and the back, and then thread it through. Relax and drop down to the floor. Good. Then just coming up to a sitting position. Either legs out in front or legs crossed. Take a nice deep breath in. Raise your hands out and up. Bring them down in front of you. And give yourselves a clap. Well done. Very good. Thank you, everybody who joined me this morning. Hope you're feeling a little bit more relaxed, refreshed and lively to go and smash your Tuesday, whatever you're doing. Staying home, saving lives is what I'm doing. Oh, Amanda was on. Morning, Amanda. Hope you found that good. Hope you're coping well with the kids. I'll be back on again at 9 o'clock tonight. And if anybody fancies leaving a donation to the NHS charities, then please do. All my sessions are free for this month. Right, I'm logging off. Hope you have a nice day. Thanks for joining. See you, Amanda. See you, everyone else.